A former Royal Marine who's got Super League experience as well with the referee's whistle is the man in charge today. And we're about to get the first kick off the game. Here it comes, high in the air from Scott Morrell. It'll be Toronto who get possession in these early stages. Adam Hickson brings it out and he's tackled just short of the 20. So Brian Noble, what do you make of this?
Well, I think the start's important. There's the first carry for Sims. Welcome to the championship, Ashton Sims. Halifax defence up to that, finds an offload. Players ricocheting around, black and blue jumpers. Good start.
It's a great way for Ashton Sims, isn't it? A big hit up forward and then the offload as well. It'll settle any nerves he might have had. Bezic out of dummy half. McCrow to this left-hand side. Wonderfully timed little pass there for Whiting to try and make something of. Bezic again. Oh, that looked forward. And the referee has a look to see if there's an advantage. There's not, and he will give the head and feed here for Halifax, the team in blue.
Well, it's a little play to the middle, and Jack Buchanan gets it wrong. One too many. Was forward to Sims. Grick's having a word in his shell-like as well.
So Halifax with head and feed. They lost the opening day 20 points to 4 at Featherstone. Featherstone are going to have a real good crack at this championship this year, you rather fancy, under John Duffy. And then they won last week against Sheffield in Halifax, 30 points to 10 at this ground. Sheffield, by the way, yesterday, if you missed it, went to Toulouse and got heavily beaten. Toulouse, big win for Toulouse yesterday.
Got thumped.
In a dummy half is Brandon Moore, another of those ex-Castleford players littering the ranks of this Halifax side. Will Marr, Cumbrian Academy is where he came through and got spotted by Cass a couple of years ago. Moore goes out of dummy half, he pops, but Besic's up there in his face to make the tackle.
Yeah, it was good pressure out of dummy half on the Wolfpack. Marr ran down there.
Step back on the inside. This is a very, very decent carry by Dan Murray. And on again to Barber. Quick play, kick from Morrell to that right-hand side. Hickson's underneath it, doesn't quite get their hands on there. Oh, has he got there? Has he got there? James Clare claiming it in mid-air. Double movement is given, penalty for Toronto.
Wow, great finish to a set from Halifax. Murray causing a problem in the middle. Scott Morrell, money ball. Scott Morrell puts it on top of Hickson. Gosh, for all you think James Clare's plucked that, but the referee adjudicating it's a double movement. It's a great leap. He gets the ball, down he goes, and oh, he's short anyway, I think.
Yeah, he was short anyway, wasn't he? So anyway, penalty goes to Toronto. James Clare, he was at Lee last year, re-signed with Castleford this year, but he's here on loan with Halifax. Bob Bezic saw him do a terrific stint last week, both at hooker and down the middle when Ackers came on. He's got such an engine on him. Briley, miss out pass towards Worthington. Toronto come back down towards the middle.
Good footwork from Worthington, well handled by Halifax. Have to pay attention for the whole game, both teams.
Westerman, ball is smuggled out back. Ashton Sims is not going to go down without a fight from Chester Butler.
Vigorous defence from Halifax, I have to say. They're in faces.
I think they would have played against each other in the World Cup, wouldn't they? Chester Butler and Ashton Sims, Fiji and Wales. That kick's much, much too big. And it gives Halifax the chance to take the tap restart with Will Sharp hurrying to get in there and take that tap and take the big men on down the middle.
Well, he wasn't scared, was he? He just fired himself out of a cannon there, Will Sharp, straight at the black line.
So Halifax with a little bit of possession. Brandon Moore eventually slowish play the ball inside for Clare.
Doing some work early, isn't he, Clare? James Clare.
Well, he was on the left wing when he went challenging for that kick. He's come in from the right centre's position for that latest carry. So he's getting across the field. Here's Morrell, inside pass for Murray. Now it's going to be played for Moore. The kick is high from Woodburn Hall, and another tester for Hickson. I think that looks like it's a bit of a game plan here today.
He seems to be their go-to person, doesn't he, Hickson?
He's coped with that one, no problems. QLT to the left-hand side, McCrone. Defenders stepping into his space before he got the ball, Barber on that occasion. So QLT will have a bit of a dance and a dabble. 5 minutes played, 0-0. McCrone, good line, good speed from Butler to get in there, and Morell's helping out as well. Bezic, McCrone, Sims, two of them on him. Again, the arm was free, the willingness was there to get that ball promoted and kept alive. McCrone now across the line into the hands of Briley. Briley puts it back. QLT tries to kick for Hickson. Hickson advancing pass. Steve Tyra chases it down. Tyra's running on this, but QLT gets back to make the tackle. But Halifax have all the momentum now. A full tackle count to come here on their opponent's line. Hammered in the first instance by Murray. Penalty.
Well, on top of the start of this game, Halifax, all the little things they're doing well, the kicks, staying on side, finding the right plays.
Taps quick, Marr drives it in, held up, 5 away. Here's young Brandon Moore again, inside for Morell. Back it goes to Sharp. Sharp looking for a pass.
Wow.
But he looked too far. He's thrown that further than most of us could kick it.
I thought you nearly caught that, Dave. Up here on the gantry. Let's have a look. Will Sharp see something that the rest of us don't? And yeah, I don't think Salter's still as good as he is and as athletic as he is. He's going to feel that one in. Oh, they'll let the Wolfpack off the hook there.
Yeah.
They made a fantastic break, rolled from the charge down, got down the field, got themselves some field position. Great scramble, you have to say, from the Wolfpack, but an advantage Halifax at the start of this game.
Sharp's another who's got plenty of experience, hasn't he? Harlequins and Hull and Featherstone. So there's some real quality running through both these sides. Strong hit forward by Whiting, who was heroic in the mud last week, getting to that drop goal attempt, of course. Great work by Sims again, hard in and offloads and keeps it alive, and now it comes wider. Dixon cuts in, held up.
Causing some problems, Sims, isn't he?
Now it's Westerman. Some clever hands about him as well, but not on this occasion. Bezic, Briley, QLT's at the back. Hickson has to wait for the pass, but is now in his stride, and a good strong carry from him is taken Toronto 20 metres away. Best position, I think they'll finish a set here. Briley skips away. McCrone, quick hands. Whiting inside for QLC. Thrilling stuff. The kick from him. Salton stalls back to defuse it, but Toronto going through the zip there.
Well, it's all about opportunities. Created a half opportunity there. End-to-end stuff. It's a quick game of rugby league. Gonna have to keep your eyes peeled and pay attention to the game. Little opportunities coming. QLT got through there. Did you call him QLC?
Did I call him QLC?
You did, yeah.
Sorry. Is that, so when you were saying you've got to pay attention, you were talking to me there?
Probably.
Not
yeah.
just generally.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's like having my dad standing next to me in more ways than one. Age difference and all the rest of it. This is, I think it's Woodburn Hall who's...
Well, we're taking breath here because he had a fantastic fast start to
Good
this game.
start, hasn't it? Really entertaining stuff. Kick is not great. QLT will take it. And he's already advancing towards the halfway line here, so not a bad starting position for Toronto. They'll be at their opponent's half in the next couple of tackles, you would have thought. Here's Kay. Bezic. Sims again, who's enjoying this, you sense. And a good carry forward again. Bezic played here for a couple of years at Halifax, about 6-7 years ago. Lola Tagagai, I'm going to avoid using his initials now. Quentin Lola Tagagai is, what, about 30 metres out. Back it comes, and Buchanan will straighten it up. Bit of honesty in his approach there. Keeping that defence honest as well. Sixth tackle is the next, so they'll go aerial, you would have thought this time. They do. Briley puts it high. There's a test for Clare this time. It's Hickson who knocks it back. The ball's kept alive, and then it's knocked on.
Great leap from Hickson, great knockback. Plenty of blue shirts in the frame. They held their defensive situation out. Just needed to pick up the spoils there, and here's the kick from Briley. Up goes Hickson. Bats it back on the inside. And a knock on from Andrew Dixon.
But Halifax have to start from here, and you can sense an upping of the rigour from the Toronto defenders to ensure that their opponents stay at this end of the field. Saltonstall from the wing. Well, they're making vital meters here at Halifax, getting themselves out of the business end of the field. Switched back by Morel. Marauding forward goes Marr. In fact, it's Murray. This is Marr. Will Marr. 5 gone, just short of the 40-metre mark. We'll be looking for a defining kick here from Morel. It's Woodbourne Hall who gets it away, and that bounces out of play. Well, not far away in the end from being a 40-20 actually, but
was he outside the 40 would be my first question.
Well, I think he was well in the 40, but it just bounced short of the 20.
It was short of the 20. Well, a couple of decent defensive sets there from the Wolfpack, ensuring that Morel has to kick from deep within his own half. Clearly in his 40 there, but he's nailed that one. Has to be careful, QLT, but clearly watched it out.
Yeah. It's a heck of a kick. That would have been a magnificent kick had it bounced another 3 or 4 yards, wouldn't it? But it didn't, so as you were. 11 minutes played in this first half. It's
fast game, isn't it?
Good so far. All the signs of a really terrific afternoon here at the Shea Stadium. New stand on the far side. Say new stand, it's been there about 5 or 6 years, hasn't it? It was in the building for about 15 or 16 years. Some various financial problems the club had down the years, but it's there now. It's a good venue here. Rawsthorne. Good work from Saltonstall.
Yeah, it was a good spot from Saltonstall, wasn't it?
Italian international James Saltonstall. And now out from dummy half goes Bezic. McCrow. Sims again. Passing along the line and giving an opportunity for Westerman to roll another 10 yards further. The last is the next. So Briley puts it high. Goes underneath it. Oh, he's pinned to the spot where he caught that by the advancing Adam Higson, and a penalty against Toronto. A little too enthusiastic in the chase there.
Well, in close games, penalties become important. Discipline becomes important. A little bit of rest breather for both teams here because it's been non-stop this game.
Griggs putting it back for the charging run there. Simon Griggs, another immense experience down the years. Dan Murray taking it forward. Still on loan here from Salford. He spent time here and at Bradford on loan last year. Morel puts it back, quick hands. Oh, and Sharp trying to advance it, and I think Barber was trying to do something similar, but he's just slipped through.
He dropped it. It was tight hands. Kay had come in to solve the problem for the Wolfpack, but Barber couldn't quite hang on to the ball. But both teams chancing their arm, for sure. Been a good start to the game, Dave.
Yep. Rawsthorne enjoying his return to Halifax. Halifax born. Went to the Leeds Academy for a short while. This now is Whiting.
Good tackle.
Bezic on the halfway line, 2 tackles gone. McCrone's come down this blind side with a slip back on the inside as well. A real test for that Halifax defence. But they have a match of it. Managing to slow things down as well. And a second hand coming in from Dan Murray. Second effort and an easy penalty for the referee.
It's hard to argue with that one. The referee didn't have much choice because he was trying to get to his feet. He'd had one nibble at him, and McCrone getting up, and Murray did too much. Maybe see it. He's got him, he's got him, he's got him. Said play on, taking him to the ground, try to get up again, and then give him a little bit of a shove.
Yeah. So as a result of that, this is where Toronto find themselves, 20 metres out. Westerman straightening it up. Platform set here. Options right and left. Bezic goes in there. It's Briley who peels it out towards Worthington on that far side. Worthington cutting back in. Dixon quickly in at dummy half. Briley's waiting at pivot. Pops it back for Westerman again. Westerman keeps it alive. Bezik's there. Now Dixon back on the angle. Halifax defending a little desperately at the moment. They're being tested right on their own line. Bezic again to Westerman. And Sims drops the ball backwards. It's retained by Toronto. But Halifax's line somehow stays intact still. Bezic goes from dummy half. Oh, he's wrestling and struggling.
Good
but so
defense,
too the
Halifax.
defenders. So the last play, Macron, big miss-out pass, but Kay was absolutely nailed by Saltonstall, who could see that coming and did the defensive duties superbly well.
Did real well, Saltonstall. Element of patience required, probably by both teams, if we're to be honest, in relation to how they're finishing sets, but clearly looking for a scoring opportunity here to try and get Kay on the loose, but Saltonstall up to the task defensively.
Well, they've still got a lot of work to do here just to get themselves in a good kicking position at the end of this set here, Halifax. Toronto aware of that. Saltonstall again. He's had a lively start, an eye-catching start to the game, hasn't he?
Done well, hasn't he?
Up from full-back comes Will Sharp.
Well spotted by Richard Whiting.
Skimmed away by Brandon Moore to that left-hand side with Marr taking it on a stride or two. Moore is up there quickly. That's a good quick play of the ball, which has got them a bit of go forward here. The opportunity to find the Toronto defence on its back foot. And a couple of good carries has put them in a decent position here now for Morel to get the final kick in, and picks his spot, finds touch. Toronto get it back, but from a position deep in their own half.
I can't enforce too much how crucial Scott Morel is to this Halifax team. Fantastic rugby brain on him. Fabulous kicking game. Let him play and he'll expose you with the pass play as well. It's clearly a plan. Have a kick down the right-hand side of Toronto. Finer touches if you want to get down there and supercharge your energy to try and restrict territory.
Paul Rowley, Dave Downs sat alongside him as well. Very much instrumental in the contact side of things, isn't he, Dave Downs? And I was watching the Featherstone Lions against Thatto Heath in the Challenge Cup, the two amateur teams. He's done a lot of work with the Featherstone Lions as well. Dixon up towards the 40-metre mark. Bezik's here at dummy half again. Rowley just skips to that blind side. Bezic brings it near. Macron with a pass away, and Rawsthorne again it's Saltonstall who's in his face.
Well, he's done well there, Saltonstall. He's had to time that to perfection and did stop the whole play, because it created a little bit of an opportunity with numbers at the Wolfpack, and Saltonstall did his job. Fantastic play.
Bezic, QLT, Whiting, Morel in his way to stop him and helped by Murray. Macron just looking for a kick and a chase here. So Sharp will take it. Comfortable bounce from his point of view, and he's trying to find a bit of space betwixt and between, but Sims and Sidlow are there to stop him. Sidlow on the field from the interchange bench. A searching run out of dummy half.
Well, there's no sign of this game relenting in speed.
Carried on again by Grix. Little round of applause from Brandon Moore, who's encouraging to get up and play the ball quickly. And a good pass away again, and here comes Fairbank. Jacob Fairbank keeps it alive. Halifax showing a little thrill a minute here. It's Grix who's eventually going to be caught in possession, but they're less than 20 away with one tackle to go. Out it comes to the left-hand side. Woodburn Hall with a kick through. Hickson takes it and keeps in the field of play.
Great kick, great chase, great field, good game of rugby league.
It's Toronto's turn to have to put in some hard yards. That was a looping pass. Was it Worthington to QLT? But all's well that ends well from Toronto's point of view. Oh, it's another looper, and Barber's in there. Well, they're taking some risks. Here. Liam Kay gets up, claims he was taken in the middle of mid-air, mid-jump. But Halifax winding themselves up, to the point of giving a penalty away, unfortunately, from their point of view. Jack Smith, the ref, says penalty Toronto.
Well, they had them on the rack there, Halifax, and they've let them off the hook with this penalty. Ashton Sims fires in. We saw the big floater here from Ryan Briley. Well, there's an element of shoulder in his ribs in the air, but I think he's complaining as much about the pass as he is the fact that he got clobbered in the ribs.
Richard Marshall there, the coach. One of the younger ones. He's been here a couple of years now here, Richard Marshall, highly regarded in rugby league circles. He was assistant to Tony Smith, wasn't he, at Warrington, before he got the gig here.
Yeah, good fella, good coach.
So Toronto, in the shape of Emmett, on from the bench. Sims still going, great pass as well. As he hit that line, Dixon almost propelled through, but the covering defence was there from Fairbank. Bezic goes out, keeps it alive. Here's McCrone. McCrone back to Whiting. Whiting searches down the middle again. Halifax keep their numbers and keep their heads. And Whiting put down 22 away. Bezic. Briley. QLT. But wrapped up again, this time by Griggs. So Bezic jogs across. Last again. McCrone. 20 metres out, Whiting, little left foot down for the chase here. Rawstorm trying to get a boot on it, but he's not putting a hand wrong so far today. James Saltonstall is in there again.
He's having a wow of a game, isn't he? Defensively and particularly carrying the ball, helping their team out of this part of the field. Oh, good shot.
Bezic came in and crunched. Will Sharp, we've just put the mockers on Saltonstall. He'll probably drop it next time he gets the ball. I hope not.
I know you find this hard to believe there, but it's actually nothing to do with us.
Is it not?
No.
No, I thought there was something called the commentator's curse. Good run from dummy half by Brandon Moore. 10 metres away. Saltonstall senses an opportunity for him to have a little dash here as well.
There you go, told you.
Yeah, safe and good and efficient. It's Moore. Kick is a big one here from Morel, but QLT will take it and runs it back. James Green has come on for Halifax. He's not wearing a number. You just see him there. We saw that last week, didn't we? With Stott, the Barrow player. Same again, Stack rather, the Barrow player last week. James Green's got no number on this week.
It's a big unit. You won't miss him.
I think that's the problem, isn't it? They can't find shirts big enough sometimes with numbers on. Bezic waits. And left to McCrone, and Whiting punched, not punched literally, but a punching tackle from Morel, which has squeezed the ball free. To be fair, it was a pass that invited that kind of a challenge.
It was a tight pass. McCrone's trying to squeeze him through a hole that probably wasn't there in front of Morel.
The old-fashioned hospital pass. Scott Morel ain't going to miss. He's in his testimonial this year, by the way. Scott Morel, if you can support that would be great, because he's been a great servant to the game. Leeds and Hull Kingston Rovers, and now Halifax in these later years.
Both sides feeling the pinch here physically. An injury to, you can't quite see who it is that's at the back of the scrum there. Murray, is it?
No, it's Elliot Morris. Who's injured there.
He's just fresh on the field, isn't he?
He is. Little windmill of the arms, shake of the head. Ooh, I'm not sure that's worked. Looking by the grimace on the face. Back down in the second row. No, they pushed him back into the front row. He's jamming his shoulder as if he's trying to put it back into place. He's not happy with that yet. But Halifax have possession. James Clare.
He's been good at the start of the game as well, hasn't he, Clare?
Searching through Tyra. Penalty.
It's just for forward
pass, rather. I thought he was signalling a penalty. It was a forward pass. Scrum down. Toronto, head and feet.
Steve Tyra quite clearly said wasn't forward. Let's have a look.
Did you coach him, Steve Tyra? He was at Crusaders. Was that after your time there or before your time there? After your time there. Referee's not happy with the scrum. So in the ball goes in Toronto's favour. Out it comes at loose forward without passing too many legs in the beat. Meantime, and Worthington goes running away on that right-hand side.
He's done some work early, hasn't he, Worthington? Both sides of the field.
Dixon takes it in hard. 4 tackles to come here. Toronto just about 20 metres away. Bezic switching it towards this left-hand side again. McCrone, one of these times it's going to go to Briley on that blindside run. He's done it a couple of times. Emmett's put down just outside the football penalty area. You can see the markings on the field. This is Sidlow, who's been strong in the opening 2 games of the year. Bezic again to this left-hand side, and McCrone hoists it to the left, and Saltonstall's out there again.
He's like a whippet this afternoon, isn't he, Saltonstall?
Had to come a long way, had to get it right, and did. And a little kick from McCrone to the in-goal area. It's picked up by Tyra. Is he going to get out? No, he's not. But the penalty for the high shot on him. So a relieving decision from Halifax's point of view.
Well, it's a great last play from McCrone. He dribbles the ball through, and I think it's Tyra, is it, that comes back on the inside and adjudicated the Sidlow's gone round his neck. And it's hard to argue with that one, isn't it?
Yeah. Tough game, isn't it? Tough game. Here's Morrell with a kick. This might be yours, Brian, as the ball is kicked towards us. Oh, Roof has saved us. Tap restart. Halifax taken by Morrell and taken in by Chester Butler. Gets up and plays. Oh, it's lost.
Green.
Lost by Green. Oh, that's a big mistake to make, because it's given Toronto possession back again, all things being equal. One of those the coaches don't like to see.
Well, it's early in the tackle count. It's from a front rower. And Richard Marshall will be disappointed with that. Boy Green himself will be disappointed with that as well.
So McCrone, he looks to have really settled in to his new club here this season, Josh McCrone.
Yeah, he's influential, as you'd expect him to be.
Briley. Yola Tagagai coming in, injecting himself into the line for the full-back's role.
Well, you have to say that both edges of Halifax's defence have been pretty good.
Dixon. Couple of tackles gone. 4 still to come. Emmett slugging it forward, hammering it in. Bezic gets up to dummy half. Sims is just to his left-hand side. Bezic goes screaming away there, just trying to dummy his way through. They got a hold of him, they put him down. There's still a couple of tackles left in the tank here. McCrone with a step work. The footwork has gone on the inside of Green. He tried to get the kick away. He'll claim that there was a Halifax hand on that pulled it clear. That's the argument. He's raging with the referee at the moment, but the referee doesn't have that, doesn't take that. He's given Halifax head and feet.
Well, he's holding the ball out there. He's looking for someone to hit one of the holes. He's got the ball handle out in front of him, and who was it that hit the ball? Was it somebody that hit the ball? It's fair backed, I think, that he's accusing of. It's hard for the referee in that situation.
12 minutes of the first half remaining. That's all. We're still yet to see the first score of the game. 0-0, but it has been real bright stuff, hasn't it, so far? Entertaining stuff so far. Nice to see some green grass after the mud of Barrow last week. And that's a good response in defence from those 3 Toronto defenders, pushing their man back close to the goal line. More flicking out of dummy half, going left. Another penalty. So they've got an opportunity to eat up a few yards here. Morrell chipping it out of play. Notice there's a maple leaf flag over there. It goes wherever Toronto go. They've got a handful of supporters who follow them around. Driven in by Brandon Douglas.
Both sides not missing each other at all. Prepared to bend their backs, get their shoulders into the midriff.
Ben Kay to this right-hand side. In comes Sharp. Too many robust defenders on him for him to think about the offload there. Picked up quickly from dummy half. Here's Chester Butler down the right-hand side again. Growing into the business of playing in the second row. Barber out of dummy half. Morel now offers it to a couple. But the Toronto defence is smartly in. They've gone through 5 tackles, which means Halifax have one more chance in this set. Morel putting it high. QLT underneath it. Has a look, keeps his eye on the ball. He's lost it. It's gone backwards. Barber. Well, he's given a penalty.
Saying offside.
Offside, yep.
They're saying that the boy Barber's offside on the kick. It's not Barber. Well, unless the touches give him that call, he's...
Well, I mean, we won't delve into it because it gets a bit boring, but maybe one of the runners who was offside got within 10 metres and maybe that was the decision, but it's a poor rule, that, isn't it? Anyway, if that was the case. But on we go, 0-0. 10 minutes of the first half remaining. Bezic, and here's Sims. And this is Briley on a pass away to Dixon. Dixon's lifted and carried another couple of yards downfield. Emmett. You know what you're getting from him. Endeavour. Bezic. Briley on that right-hand side again. Lovely skipping, stepping run from him and inviting McCrone on, who's going to be tackled on the 5th. So all eyes on Briley here. Steepling it high, well flighted. Higson's trying to get there. There was a man in his way, but it was a legal block, if you like. But great response. 3 defenders dragging their men out of play, and Ryan Briley celebrating that as if they'd scored a try, and it might lay a platform for a try.
It's clear with the catch, and it's a brilliant catch because he has to get up right there. The minute he lands, he's hammered by 3 defenders, Dixon, Worthington and Higson, and they get a result out of the fact that they're prepared to do the stuff after the tackle as well.
Yeah, no question of the momentum ever being stopped here. He just kept going and going and going. The momentum stops. If the referee decides it's the end of the play, then...
Well, he can't do any other. And for our viewers watching, that the wingers, Claire's no option there but to catch that ball and feel that ball first and foremost.
Yeah. Just good defending.
Yep.
Good heavy pressure defending.
For the last 10-15, it might be the kicking game that separates these two teams because they're going hammer and tong. They're both moving the ball around. They're both making half breaks.
So, Toronto's head and feet, 10 metres out it comes to Worthington, and look at him move, and he's over the line, but has he kept the ball? Yes, he has. Jack Smith gives it. That was a real sprinting effort from Greg Worthington. Absolutely flew at the line from that, out of the back of the scrum play.
Well, I think this is straight from the set play. I think they've identified something on the short side. He just took off, didn't he? It was always going to be hard for Woodburn Hall to get there from the base of the scrum. He's towing already. Worthington's got on his outside. Clare can't come in and stop him. Great carry, Greg Worthington.
Yeah, 3 defenders around him at the end, but having got himself there, he wasn't going to miss. And Greg Worthington has Toronto's first try. 32 minutes played. They've needed some patience, but they had the opening try.
Been a good game of footy, hasn't it?
Are you okay, by the way?
I got wires around me, so I'm trying to do this strange dance to get the wires away from me. I keep feeling restricted.
Wonder what was going on there. Ryan Briley with a conversion attempt here. Been here a few times, hasn't he, down the years? Knows this ground very well. That's good-looking kick, apart from the fact that it goes wide. So it remains at 4-0 for the Toronto Wolfpack. And a great finish from Greg Worthington.
It was. He backed himself. Got on the outside of the defender. Showed enough strength. Took 3 defenders over with him in the end.
Morel with the restart, and that's an offside. Offside, two men, miscommunication, Dixon and Briley. It hit Briley, Dixon was in front of him, penalty given away.
Right call, great opportunities for Halifax to get straight back into this game.
Tap restart, Halifax find themselves in great position now. Opportunity. Douglas in and down. Ben Kay at dummy half, opposite on for Gray. The interchange players all getting involved here. Three of them anyway. Kay again. Here's Morel. Straightens up, pushes away, comes back out. Barber towards his right-hand side. Barber's strong carry. And has he got it down in the corner? No, the flag's up. I think we got his view there of what was coming up. We'll play a cam on Barber, but he's out of play, and he's...
Was there a player cam on him? He looked like that, didn't he? Who was that?
Oh.
For all intents, and Morel's trying to find a hole here. He's got a willing runner in Barber. He gets a grip and... Oh. Nick Rawsthorne and nearly carries him over the line.
Great defence.
Good defence, good defence. Both sides showing that commitment.
Noisy crowd, lively crowd. They're enjoying it, we're enjoying it. Hope you're enjoying it just as much. These low-scoring games. Last week, I think we're only 3 tries, 8-8. This week, only 1 try, but we've seen some wonderful defending like that. Toronto did it at one end to set up a try-scoring opportunity. Halifax have done it this end. Can they do something similar here?
It's great footy. Anything you can do, we can do. Cricks flies in from the scrum. Rawsthorne caught high, held up high by Morel. I think he's in there as well, and it's a drag fest then. Out you go. Head and feed, Halifax.
Simon Griggs started here a long time ago, that he spent about 10 years at Warrington and then came back here again a couple of years ago. The Irish international. Remember the World Cup 2008. Was it him or his brother? I can't remember, but one of them was pretty heroic. Might have been both of them. Anyway, head and feed for Halifax. Here they come towards his left-hand side. Woodburn Hall drops the ball off. It's Griggs again who's involved, but pushed back this time. Lost 5 yards or so. Kay comes up from dummy half, and it's played by Brandon Douglas. Driven in, 22 yards away. Ben Kay. Penalty. Referee says too much going on there from Ashton Sims. Sticks a finger in the air to say 1 minute, fellas. 1 minute of big defence. Let's go. Green drives it in. But there'll be 1 minute of big defence and 1 minute of big attack here as well, because Halifax sniff an opportunity. Kay switches it to that left-hand side. Woodburn Hall standing, skipping, dodging, tries to poke his head between a couple of defenders, but he's put down. Here's Kay. Green to his right, he's gone past him. Morel's involved again, the ball looking for a scything effort from Chester Butler. Held up 5 away, quickly played. Out of dummy half goes Ben Kay. He's going to be held up by the Toronto wall. Keep him at bay. Morel again. Back towards the middle this time. Sharp has to twist and turn. They've got numbers here on that left-hand side. Tyra tried to take them on. That's 5. Here comes the last. Toronto keeping a grip here, keeping their line intact. Oh, and it's a kick straight to Bezic.
Wow,
and
great
Toronto
defence,
back
great
again.
attack. Kick pressure on Morel. And he chips it into Bezic's arms to relieve the pressure.
And Hickson carries it out. Quality entertainment here, really is.
It was Woodburn Hall, wasn't it? It wasn't Morel.
Good take as well there, wasn't it, by Bezic?
In the gully. Good catch.
So it all settles down a little again. Whiting, oh, there was a bit of a slip there from Chester Butler, which just looked as though it might give Whiting an opportunity, but Morel was there to cover. Here comes Kay.
Oh.
Crunched by Green. Briley. Clare's underneath it. Chase is a distance away, so he's able to catch safely enough and runs it back. Saltonstall pushing McCrone out of the way, and a zippy dashing run from him. Still doing really well. Now will Sharp out of dummy half, and there's a bit of electricity to Halifax at the moment.
Oh, sniffing a score, aren't they?
Okay.
Why wouldn't you?
Oh, it's a good delayed pass that almost has its man running through the middle there, Grix. And the referee says penalty. Woodburn Hall's little double punt there. They want to run it. They want to run it. Minute to go. Remember, as we say every week, that's not the official clock. There'll be a bit of stoppage time to be added. In fact, we can see the official clock. There's 2.5 minutes still to play. Higson having to come out to block the enterprise of Halifax. Kay. Morris. Getting the pass away. Kay. Down that left-hand side, and again a little delayed effort from Woodburn Hall, just timing his pass, but they're not throwing off balance. The Toronto defenders getting in on Steve Tyra. Tyra plays, slings it back. It's going to be a kick this time, is it? Yes, it is, by Woodburn Hall. The chase is on, and Chester Butler is there to score. And doesn't he love that moment? It's all squared up for the piece, with a second sticking by at the end of this first half.
Well, it's Woodburn Hall with the kick. It's like a chip, a 9-iron, but Butler was on to the end of it and picked up the spoils. Great score, Halifax. Deserve that from the perseverance of being in the right parts of the field. Great pick-up from Chester Butler, wasn't it? He likes it, doesn't he? Everybody likes it. Everybody in this stadium likes it.
Well, if you missed our pre-game, we were talking about Chester Butler, about how his granddad is Colin Dixon, the great Colin Dixon, the Welsh Rugby League international. His dad, Peter, played football, professional football for West Ham and West Brom. And he's called Chester because his mum thought Chester Williams, the South African rugby union winger, looked a bit like his granddad. So when Chester Butler came along, when young Butler came along, they called him Chester. Great name, great story, great try. 4-4. And Steve Tyra has an opportunity to give his side the lead for the first time here. Ex of St. Helens. Once upon a yesteryear. Tyra's kick is in between the uprights, and it's 6 points to 4 in Halifax's favour. Toronto being tested here, 30 seconds of the half remaining. Let's see if we get a restart here. The referee will only stop the clock when the touch judges reach the corner flags. They're on the way, they're on the way. He's not stopped the clock. Yes, he has now. He stops it now with 16 seconds to go in this first half. Rawstorm putting it high in the air, safely caught. This will be the last tackle. You would have thought maybe there's time for one quick play the ball here. Halifax want it and get it, and Green brings it in, and he's chopped down, and that is where the hooter will sound. Thoroughly entertaining first half here. Toronto with the opening score from that man Worthington in the 32nd minute, but Chester Butler making it all square with his diving effort at the end of Woodburn Hall's kick, and the kick from Tyra has given Halifax the lead by 6 points to 4. Let's go down to Matthew Shaw, who's with the Toronto try scorer Greg Worthington.
Greg, you're behind at the break. How difficult has that game been in the first half there?
Yeah, it's a tough game. We knew we were coming to Halifax for a tough game. We've deviated a bit away from game plan. Just need to get back to a structure, get back to this process, and make sure we're at the right end result at the end of the game. Where
exactly have you gone astray in your game plan, do you think?
Yeah, we've been a bit lateral. I think we need to play a bit more direct, push a bit more on his players, and just get in at arm rest, I'll get down at right end at field and kick on from that.
They've certainly taken the game to and really showed some enthusiasm. Have you got to try and find a way to kill that momentum that they've got as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough competition. Every team turns up week in, week out and has a good dig, and this week's no different. We've just got to match that and go one better.
Thanks, Greg. Cheers, thank you.
Win a once-in-a-lifetime trip to next year's Daytona 500 in Orlando, Florida with Free Sports. Check out the Free Sports Facebook page for details on how to enter.
For people, for plans, for 200 years.
He-Man and Skeletor saved at Money's supermarket. And
I'm afraid we did everything we could, but Alex died.
You went for a scan. You said it was reassuring.
Mr. Bowker.
Are you telling us the truth?
Yes.
The doctor operated on Alex. He told me he'd been drinking earlier that evening.
Drinking? No.
Well, I think Alex would still be here today if he'd have been lucky enough to have a better doctor.
He's obsessed with me.
He's lying, and nobody wants to do anything about it.
He's after me.
you know in here what you did.
I've had enough. You are breaking us.
What we do here is difficult enough without someone watching you the whole time.
Admit it!
What is going on?
He has lost his son and wants someone to blame.
He knows what he did.
New thriller, Trauma. Catch up on the ITV Hub.
Yopa. Of course I've heard of Yopa. They're amazing. They're the estate agents who make it a doddle to sell your home.
With a dedicated local agent.
And all for a low fixed fee. And with Yopa's no sale, no fee plan, you don't have to pay a penny until your house is sold. I would love to use Yopa to sell my home. But I live in my mum's basement.
Who are you talking to, Greg?
No one, Mum. Get real.
Yopa. Seriously, why not?
Small, Small House, a song by Flo and Joan. My small, small house isn't much at all. It stands at 6 feet tall, which is average for a man, and tall for a woman, but tiny for a house. My bed doubles up as an ironing board. I store my mugs inside the holes in the wall. And who needs windows when you can look at the mugs in the wall? I can shower in the kitchen sink, can have a shave while I have a drink. Yeah, I wash my plates with my feet, cause that's time saving. Now my plates smell like soap and my feet smell like gravy, but it's a roof over my noodle. And for now I think it'll do, so come on in, mind your head on the door. My house is my home, no matter how small.
Monday, DFS.
Free Sports is searching for the UK's best 8-ball pool player. Join us every Monday night as we travel around Britain looking for its top sharpshooter. The IPA Free Sports Champions Cup, live every Monday on Free Sports.
So here they come for the second half. Some hard words in the dressing rooms, I should imagine, from both sides, from both coaches. Scott Morell's clearly enjoying himself. It's fair to say he's a pound or two heavier than he might have been in his absolute prime, but still a very effective player.
Good rugby player. Crucial to this Halifax team for the energy he brings and the enthusiasm and the knowledge of football and what needs to be done.
Nick Rawsthorne will get us underway in just a moment. There's Scott Morrell, as we said, he's in his testimonial year. I think they had a match in Hull, didn't they? Hull Kingston Rovers put on a match for him at the start of the year, and he's having a testimonial. So here we go, second half underway, and it will be Halifax who get first dibs in this second period. First touch of the ball, Green goes flying in there, and Sidlow underneath got pushed backwards and then ran over the top of by one of his own teammates. So it's a tough start to the second half for him, taken in by Morris. Elliot Morris up to his feet and plays. Kay will tell you that the ruck wasn't clear, and the referee would agree with that and has given a penalty here for Halifax.
Well, once the ball touched him, it was always going to be a penalty.
Scott Morrell puts the ball onto the roof. Tap restart. Here comes Green. Two balls on the pitch. That ball's bounced off the roof and back onto the field. So QLT will just tidy things up at the back so he can get on with the game. Green ready to play the ball and does. Kay just offers it to the man on his right, Brandon Douglas. Still on. Morris, Kay, Green and Douglas, the four interchange players, all starting at the start of this second half. Step back on the inside. Penalty again. Too much going on. Woodburn Hall messed about with the referee, decided.
Well, two penalties to start this second half gives Halifax perfect field position and a full set of six at this line.
Simon Griggs just pointed to the line to Ben Kay, as if to say, you can take another stride just up there, play it there, gets us closer. So here comes Kay at dummy half, 12 metres away. On his right hand side is Morrell, who takes it now, lobs it out into the line, comes Sharp, the full-back. There's an obstruction there. Penalty for Toronto.
Well, somebody's fired into the line from Halifax and taken McCrone out. He's come up to try and make a defensive play. Let's see if we can see it. Yeah, it's Chester Butler.
Chester Butler, he's everywhere.
Can't do that, unfortunately, and so
there's a kick for touch from McCrone, which gives Toronto a tap restart, 15 short of the halfway line. Emmett forward, he's lost that. Referee's not seen it, touch judge hasn't seen it. I think there was a bit of a bobble there. They might have got away with one. Here's Sidlow. Another decent effort forward by Adam Sidlow, former Salford and Bradford prop, of course, and showing his pedigree since his arrival here at Toronto. Bezic. Emmett. Slugging it in again, making those Halifax defenders work hard for their tackles. Bezic. Brierley. QLT chimes in and just teases those defenders, takes them on. They've managed to restrict his go forward. It's the final tackle that's coming up. So Brierley with a lovely little place kick there, right in the gap that was left behind the defence, and that has forced Barber to have to go back in his in goal. McCrone follows up with a tackle. That was a clever kick.
Smart kick. Was missing, going for the air in the first half. He's got an opportunity here to dink the ball over. Great weight on the kick. McCrone chasing his half-back partner. No other chance, Barber, but to feel the ball and be tackled in goal, and should be 6 more players to the Wolfpack.
So the dropout is safely pouched by McCrone, and here comes Sims. Bezic, Sidlow. Couple of tackles in the set, they've still got 4 to go. Emmett now rolling around and just bouncing off the first attempted tackle from Morris, but there was someone else there to drag him down. Sharp it was. Now it comes Bezic. Here comes Sims again. Got the arm free, thought about the offload, kept a hold of with defenders all around him. Bezic taps him, I'm ready here, I'm waiting, get up, play it. So he does, and out it comes. It's a poor pass. Brierley off the bounce, back to Quentin Lolita-Gagai, skips in. Worthington using the footwork again, but not able to bamboozle those defenders. Morris comes in as third man to complete the tackle. Brierley on the 6, kicking it high. Saltonstall comes out. Oh, it's a great catch in the air by Rawstorm trying to get the pass away. Halifax have it back. It's a free play here for Halifax, so they chance their arm.
Well, it was a great catch and didn't quite see, but he tried to get the ball free for Whiting, who I think put the ball down.
Sharp.
Here we go. Here's the kick from Brierley. Another kick on the button. Rawstorm does his stuff. Oh, just needed to lift it.
Whiting was in, had that pass connected, but it didn't. Morris. Really good game. Still great contest here at the moment. Kay comes left. Woodburn Hall. Isleworth born Woodburn Hall. One of those products of the London Broncos, London Scholars. Injection into the south. This now is QLT. Toronto starting inside their own 20. Brierley throwing that ball out to McCrow with a great pass to Whiting. Whiting now inside, he's got Kay. Kay will go flying forward back to Whiting. Whiting looks to his left. Rawstorm now puts the foot down. He's not going to be caught. What a try. What a wow of a try from the Toronto Wolfpack. From left to right, from start to finish, they score. They have the lead again.
Fantastic football. With 5 or 6 pairs of hands. There's nothing on until Brierley slings the ball out here to McCrow, who puts White into a great hole. He's got Kay on his inside. He pisses it back to Whiting, and then he's down to the speedster, Nick Rawstorm, and he's just a foot race then. Gets over in the corner and brings it round and gives the advantage. Super score. Here's Whiting through the Kay on his inside, and Whiting again staying alive. What a good footballer he is, Whiting. Has been over the years, and then it's about toe, and it's about speed, and it's about Rawstorm finishing the play.
Welcome home, Nick Rawstorm. Halifax lad, just scored on his hometown field. I guess when he was growing up, he'd never even dream that he might score against Halifax for a team called Toronto, but that's the modern day reality of it. And it's 8 points to 6. But Toronto now lead. And Ryan Brierley has a chance to add another 2 here.
Well, I think it's on the back of the tough stuff that the Wolfpack had done at the start of the prepared to ruck the ball forward first.
Brierley just settles to his task. Very efficient, no-nonsense kicking style, which has a very efficient ending on this occasion with a successful kick. 10 points to 6. Toronto lead. 7 minutes. Very nearly of the second half.
It's taken something special to break down this Halifax defence, and there we see the byproduct, Rawstorm just finishing the play, which had to be done clearly.
Can't beat a bit of pace, can you? And there was plenty of pace down that left-hand side. So Scott Morrell will get things underway again. Launching it high. Taken by Brierley in the first instance, and hammered back again by Jack Buchanan. Straightened up by Krasnicki. Is that the first we've seen of Olsey Krasnicki today?
Just today, yeah.
Bezic. Looking for a quick play the ball there, but a second effort coming in from Morris, all fair and square. In the meantime, in back play, Jack Buchanan has stayed down injured. Whiting. He's okay, he's jogging back into position. I say he's okay, he doesn't look great, does he? But he'll try and run off. I think there's a shoulder he might have, the way he's holding his body at the moment. Anyway, Toronto 10 metres inside the Halifax half. Brierley again with a kick. Sharp's right underneath that, and he's able to catch it safely enough. The defence is up there. There was a test for the potentially injured shoulder of Buchanan. Bounced out of that tackle. Clare. It's almost as if Buchanan is really testing the shoulder by getting it dug in. He's getting involved in a couple of these tackles.
Well, it was on from the kickoff. He got a good shot from a Halifax defender.
One-handed pick-up and left it comes. Oof, Clare clattered into. 8 short of the halfway line still. So where do they go from here? Halifax. Kay to Morel. Here's Green. Lifted. Claiming it wanted a shot of held a long time before it came. Now the kick, which is angled back, but QLT will get that. And able to turn and chase forward, and a good pass away again. And here's Hickson. He's not frightened of a pass in his own 20, is he, QLT?
No, the whole back three and back five is based on energy and entertainment and ball movement, as we see here. Trying to spread out the blue and white defence, in essence, and make them think about what they have to do.
Bezic. Bezic up towards the halfway line. There's the Rochdale head coach having a look on here. Today they play tomorrow, don't they, Rochdale?
It's tomorrow night, isn't it?
Kick towards the in-goal area, and it's just watched out of play by Will Sharp. Tap on the 20. So Alan Kilshaw in the house today, having a watch on. His side playing tomorrow night. So if you're at a loose end on a Monday night, why not have a little drive down to Scotland?
Who do they play? Dewsbury, is it?
And there's the other Dave Woods. He's involved at St Helens these days, isn't he? They're all here today. All the Dave Woodses. Both of them. Here's a run out of dummy half by Saltonstall. Lifted and put down, and the flag's up. The flag's up. The blood's rushing to a few heads here. Underneath all of that, Saltonstall's lying there going, what's all the fuss about? Whiting seems to have a smile on his face.
Well, it always looks. Clearly, we hope Saltonstall's okay there. It's carried the ball real strong. He's got caught underneath. Somebody's lifting him, and
oh yes,
they let go. Macron sees straight away. He puts his hands up. And
yeah, that's a dangerous tackle.
It's difficult to say which one's responsible there, because Whiting's driving from upside, and so it's clearly a penalty. They get the penalty, and
he's okay. That's good to see. Touch judge is on. Richard Marshall just making a few notes. The touch judge having his word with referee Mr. Smith. Oh, it's a card. It's a card. What's the colour? It's yellow. 10 minutes for Macron. Yeah, Macron is the man who's walking off out there. So Josh Macron is sin-binned. Toronto down to 12 players for the next 10 minutes. But as you say, guilty as he might have been, there was a responsibility there with him pulling out. And
yeah, I'm not sure if all the Halifax players don't run in and cause a shamozzle that he gets sin-binned there. I think it's a penalty, definitely. He realised what he's done straight away. Here we see the incident, and just lifted his leg above the horizontal, and Whiting's been finishing it off underneath.
So penalty for Halifax. Their dander is up right now. 10 points to 6, Toronto lead. But Halifax with an advantage, a one-man advantage for the next 10. Here's Green, found a bit of a pathway down the middle. Little bit of extra yardage gained. Ben Kay at dummy half. Morris just to his left. He's gone wider though to the half of Woodburn Hall. In comes the third man to make sure he's not allowed to stand and get a quick play of the ball. He has to go down and collect it. Stepped off the mark. Here's Kay. Yep, penalty. Stepped off the mark quite clearly.
Yep.
Penalty for Toronto.
You saw it before the referee saw it, Dave.
It's a fashionable penalty to give away this season, isn't it? Well, a fashionable penalty.
Do you know something? At the start of the year, the referees make a point saying, well, we're looking at this and we're looking at that. And it's what's fresh in their mind. If you're going to move off the mark, and they've said about it before the game, then
so just douses the Halifax Flames. Once upon a time, this was the Halifax Blue Sox, of course. Not anymore. Fax is as fancy as the nickname gets these days. It's a great story from back in '96 when Nigel Wood, who's the chief executive here, gave them that name, Halifax Blue Sox, and he said we thought of one name and it offended half the support. We thought of another name and it offended the other half of the support, so we decided to pick a name that offended everybody equally. We're going to call them the Halifax Blue Sox. That's a great quote. It was meant as a joke, but a lot of people took it very seriously. Here comes a drive forward by Buchanan. Into dummy half goes Andy Ackers. So again, they've been kind of timed to come on in this second half. We know that Ackers can zip and fly. Now that limbs are tiring on the opposition side, Brierley, Quentin Lola Tagagai. So Ackers stands and waits. Brierley on his inside. Remember, no McCrone as a pivot at the moment. He's in the sin bin. It's an offload by Westerman, keeping it alive.
Halifax. And making every play count defensively as well.
Brierley just looking for touch and has found a touch. 26.5 minutes to go.
Well, that's a smart kick. That's using your noggin. That's saying we've got a man down, we can recharge our energy. Halifax are flying around here with all the enthusiasm, trying to get the right parts of the field, and they get to talk about what they need to do here.
Woodburn Hall will feed. Halifax will bring it forward. It's Tyra. Across it goes. Yards being earned here through Douglas. And a penalty. Oh, that is a coach killer, isn't it? Later in the tackle count, and a penalty given away.
He's had a second nibble at him. Hand on the ball. That's one of the things they're focusing on again. So now they've got what they wanted. Man in the sin bin, field position.
Morrell puts it back on the inside, and Green will take it forward. James Green. He's another of the Cass connection. Morrell again. Back it comes. Oh, it's thrown away. The pass from Woodburn Hall was thrown backwards. Clare sweeps back to pick it up, but they've lost a bit of ground there. Toronto will see that as an advantage. Clare still being wrestled around. Oh, they've slowed that down considerably. Good wrestle going on. Eventually gets up. Plays it. Kay to the middle. Now on by Morris. Gets the ball away. Scoops it up. Play on, says the referee. Brandon Douglas picks it up, and Douglas will charge forward. So that's a win for Halifax. Little cameos going on within the sets. Kay dashes to the left. Morris spins around and he throws it to Dixon.
Wow.
And that's a win, no doubts, for Toronto.
That's a big win.
Under pressure, but they have the ball. Able to bring it away.
Here's the intercept.
Douglas, as soon as that ball left his hands, would have thought, oh, what have I done? What have I done? At Morris, rather. What have I done? Kay. 10 short of the halfway line when he takes it in. So that wonderful start to the campaign for him, of course, against Lee a couple of weeks ago. Picked up that back injury midway through the Barrow game last week, but he's been out there for the full match so far. Ackers on the 6. Brierley again, just looking for touch, and it's the same script there. Ryan Brierley efficiently putting it out of play, slowing the game down, and a few more minutes of the absence of Josh McCrone will be eaten up here.
He's claiming that Halifax player touched that on the way through.
Well, let's us have a little investigation. Here's the kick. Anyone play on it?
Oh,
no.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. We could get Snicko on it as well.
Snicko.
Ball tracking, if you like, but I think we're happy with that first replay, that nobody touched it. And nobody touched it. So Halifax bringing it out. In the balance, 10 points to 6. Toronto hanging on to this lead, where there's still 24 minutes to go. Green. Woodburn Hall bends his back and delivers it inside to Saltonstall, who gets the pass away to Sharp, but Sharp's met by that unwelcoming committee of big Toronto defenders. Saltonstall again, he's busy this afternoon.
Played well.
Carries it away. Morel rolling it forward, the no-look pass, and it's been dropped. The decision is by Elliot Morris, and the referee gives Toronto head and feet.
Well, I think they got away with the first one. I think was it Morris that threw it back, and then was it Morris that dropped the second one? Let's have a look. It goes into the line. Morel goes to the line, and he certainly dropped that one. They look alike, those two.
Morris and Moore.
Yeah.
So here comes a head and feed. Toronto lead. But Halifax still sense there's something in this for them here. Worthington, try scorer, first half. Great finish. Briley going left, in by Krasnicki. Ackers yet to really fly out of dummy half. Not had the opportunity so far. Buchanan got that earlier knock. Looks as though he's shaking it off. Ackers gets in there as well. As soon as he sees that defence just a little off balance or struggling to get back, he'll be away. In the meantime, it's all conservative stuff out of dummy half, and Worthington will take it forward inside the 20. There's still a couple of tackles to go here at least. It's back with Briley. Buchanan straightens it up. Honest effort. Now it's the last play. Ref with the arm in the air. Ackers to the right. Briley, little grubber kick to the in-goal area. And there's a job to do for Will Sharp, who's done it really well. Catches cool, goes out of play, tap back on the 20.
Yeah, did well there, Sharp. Watched the ball out. Briley trying to roll the ball in goal. A back-to-back set.
So this is where the tackle count starts. That's the 0 tackle. Saltonstall up almost to the 40-metre mark. That's the difference that rule makes, isn't it, that we've seen over the last couple of years?
Yep.
That you're on the halfway line with only 2 tackles gone. Fairbank, Jacob Fairbank, there's a famous name in these parts, isn't it? I think Carl, who you played with, Brian Noble, was his uncle, or is his uncle?
It's quite a dynasty around the Halifax area, isn't it? 5 brothers and...
Rugby league and dairy farming, they've got it all nailed, haven't they? Now it comes to Morel. Morel going right. Halifax going downfield. 20 away. Moore, Morel, and the squeeze of the tackle. Oh, it almost bounced for Kay there. And the referee says another set of 6. Oh, if Kay had got that out, you'd have backed him to go 80 yards and score. Instead, Halifax have another opportunity to lay real siege on the line here.
Well, they've got numbers left if they come quickly.
Mars quick play the ball. Here it comes to the left-hand side, driven in by Dan Murray. Murray relatively fresh. Held up a couple of yards away. Brandon Moore, little dabble. Thought about the pass, eventually gets it away. They've got numbers there, but Kay's quickly up in the face of Barber. It gets the offload out. Here it comes to this inside through Moore. Desperate defending from Toronto here. Halifax sensing again an opportunity. Morel out to Woodburn Hall, who slides the kick in behind the line. It should be and is taken easily by Hickson, and Hickson will run it to relative safety.
Well, I think Woodburn Hall's pulled the pin too early there. I think they had 3 more plays. Toronto was struggling to get in and around, and he's looked for the short kick, and I don't think he's tipped his players up either that he was looking for the short kick on that play.
Have we got McCrone back on the field yet? We're getting close to the time that he's due back on the field. Well, nearly 10 minutes played. Bezic to Worthington. Worthington back to the inside. QLT, quick hands, and here comes McCrone on that left-hand side, back on. Kay went on the inside. You saw McCrone coming back on from the sin bidding. If they're going to pass away, what an inclusion that would have been. But he's got straight into the action with a high kick. Sharp's underneath it, rather it's Tyra underneath it, and he's taken it very well and very safely.
Good game of rugby league, end to end.
Oh, this is Sharp. Oh, he's left them. Here comes Will Sharp. Sharp running away. Quentin Lolatagaga gets across to make the tackle. A try-saving tackle, you'd say, 40 metres out. but now it's Woodburn Hall.
Wow.
Stacking it forward.
End to end.
Moore. Oh, it's a leap, and he's done well just to keep hold of the ball. It's a poor pass, but they've kept possession. Morel again, taken on by Barber. Barber now to Saltonstall, just running away from the first attempted tackle. Held up on the 20, but that's the last. On this near side, James Clare's waving his arms. He wants the ball kicked to him. So Scott Morel will kick to him. Into that little patch, and Clare went racing after it.
Wow.
But Hickson got in to make the
Clare
tackle.
got there, Hickson got there. Well played, Adam Hickson. Well played, James Clare. Great kick from Morel. Boy, there are some lungs exploding here.
Well, it was wonderful all round, wasn't it? The kick superb, the chase, and then that tackle. And a little earlier we saw this from Will Sharp. Great.
Gone, wasn't he? And it's a good tackle from QLT as well, rounding him up.
So Toronto back in possession. Still have the lead. Still have the lead. They're back with 13 men. And now Ashton Sims, good carry. Good job the man went round his ankles there, Fairbank, because he was getting some yards after contact. And his kick towards the corner, Sharp. Already shown his threat. Clare has a dabble. Moore. Here's Tyra. Demanding stuff at the moment. Really nervy and tense as well. It's a game to be won and lost. Morris has done well to get it away to Murray. I think that's the fourth, isn't it? Tackle 4 it is. So a couple to go. Oh, it looked a little forward. It's Marr who takes it on. Moore stands and waits. 6th tackle. Out it goes to Morel, who's got time to get a kick high in the air. QLT's got across there with a leap and a catch, and down he goes and stays in the field of play. Good full-back play.
It was good full-back play. Needed to be. Lots of pressure.
Looking to scramble the way forward here, Carey. Flings himself into the action. Ackers picking up and just turning it left. Ackers again. And for the big kick from Macron. Well, what's the bounce like here? It's a little awkward, but it could have been a lot worse for Will Sharp if that had bounced and kicked on. There was a threat of a 40-20 there, but Halifax quite content with where it comes down. Saltonstall. Picked up, put down.
Boy, he's done some work this afternoon, Saltonstall, hasn't he?
So Halifax back in possession. By the way, we're getting news from the touchline that Chester Butler, who's been off the field for a concussion assessment test, has failed that, so he won't be coming back on, so that reduces the number of interchanges that Halifax have to play with. Here comes the handling from Halifax to keep it alive, and the handling in the end from Marr is a little clumsy. It's given away, and QLT will pick it up. It's a free play, this, so QLT will try the little chip over the top. The ref says no.
He was
no
hoping that chip kick couldn't bounce the way he wanted to do. Well, that was the commentator's curse.
I thought it was nothing to do with us.
It isn't?
No.
Poor skill then. How's that?
Richard Marshall barking out his instructions, what remains of this game. I'm sure he'll be reasonably happy with the effort his team have put in so far. More than reasonably happy with the effort his team have put in so far. But they do trail by those 4 points. But they've shown themselves capable of scoring again. Some of the latest scores around the grounds. Barrow 18, Lee 20. That sounds like a cracker. London 44, Featherstone 10. So London kicking on, 26-10 at half-time. And Swinton 28, Batley 42. So Batley doing well. Matt Diskin, the Batley coach these days, isn't he? Second season in charge. Ackers. Here's Emmett. Ackers standing at dummy half again here. Arms outstretched. It's with Sims and now McCrone. And here's QLT and Kay. Gap created. Kay with a kick and a chase. And it bounces around. The touch judge has got a mark to play here. Was he tackled off the ball?
There you go. Got in the clear, puts the foot on. Yeah.
A bump there by Morel.
Yep.
So the penalty has been given to Toronto. Trying a goal here might be enough to quell the Halifax enthusiasm. But getting over the line, can they do that? Because Halifax have been defending really well so far. In by Dixon. Dixon 9 away. Briley. Emmett now. Running back at the angle. They're coming flying in from all directions to pin him out here. Because Halifax defenders know how important this little set is. If Halifax do concede, they're in big trouble. Toronto. Whiting. Great defence at the moment. Can Toronto unlock the door? Ackers goes out. Does well, flips it away to Emmett. Emmett with a step back on the inside. Oh, the pass there might have opened things up. He almost did it himself, but he couldn't quite. And there's a hand in there. So it's another penalty for Toronto. What's he signalling? Has he given a penalty? Yes, he has. And they're kicking for goal. They're going for goal here. What do you make of this, Brian?
Well, it takes a full score and a conversion that Halifax needs. So they just can't quite get his hands free to find the final pass there. I think it's a measure of the way Halifax are defending as well. The team have decided to kick the goal.
Paul Rowley looks on. Corey Patterson, by the way, the man alongside him to his left. You can see the bandage around the hand is the reason he's not playing today. So Ryan Briley with a big kick here. 6-point lead if he puts it over. 11 minutes to play. Just over. There's the kick. So 12 points to 6, Toronto lead. They are within touching distance of a win, but Halifax are in touching distance of their opponents, and a try and a goal would get them back level again here. It's all to play for, Brian.
Definitely. The goal kick won't affect Halifax's psychology in relation to this game.
Briley pouches, Hickson brings it back at a real rate of knots. 20 metres when he's put down. Ackers lines up at dummy half, and they've got a penalty. Oh, that's
Green,
frustration for Green.
Well, I think he's just worked him too hard on the floor. Hickson's found the ground and he's pushed him around.
So Ryan Briley looking for touch here. Oh, and he nearly got us there. It just caught the top of the stand. I thought it was coming our way then. So here's Sidlow. Emmett. Just inside the Halifax half. What that penalty has also given Toronto an option of is a drop goal as well, isn't it?
Yep.
At some stage. Sidlow. Ackers again. Off he zooms. That's the electricity, the energy he provides from dummy half. Briley's pointing away. He can sense something's on here and has told Ashton Sims, get in there. Ashton Sims does get in there. Now, is that a platform for a kick towards goal here? They're not lining up like that. I think it's going to be a kick towards it. No, Briley. Little kick now in goal. It'll bounce. It's taken by Tyra. And a good chase from the Toronto half, because he's got in there to pin Halifax from his own kick inside their in goal, and a drop out underneath the sticks.
Well, he deserves a piece of cake there, because he got spooked on the kick. He's trying to set himself up for a field goal. He's taken off and he's manufactured a kick. A little bit like Woodburn Hall did in the first half, and he's not only done that, he's followed his kick up and got a result for the Wolfpack.
So inside the final 10. A real roar of Halifax trying to lift the home team here. But it's Toronto in the box seat at the moment. Kay. A try and a goal is the lead. Another score here for Toronto might be enough. Whiting. Halifax desperately hanging on to their ambitions in the game. It's Ackers. Dummies to a couple. Out to Briley. Briley back to QLT, steps away from the runner, wonderful hands from him, Worthington away, and Higson! Oh, what a finish! What a finish from Adam Higson! He flew to the corner. It was electrifying stuff all round from Toronto, and surely now that is a match-winning lead.
Well, it's good ball movement. They pounded the line. QLT with the quick hands, Worthington with quick hands, and has to be finished, and is finished by Adam Higson in the corner. There's the slick hands, there's slick hands. Griggs flying across to try and stop the play, and Higson knew entirely what he was going to do here. He's going to leave the ground. Doesn't matter whether his body goes over the sideline. He's going to plonk that ball in the corner and give them a 2-score lead.
Well, any mums who are catching their kids diving on their beds, inspired by that, leave them alone. Let them keep diving, because they might end up to grow up to be an Adam Higson one of these days and score tries like that. Terrific stuff, absolutely terrific. 16 points to 6, with a conversion attempt to come here. The referee just stops the clock, but there's only 8 and a bit minutes left to play, so it would need Halifax to score twice here.
Well, they're capable of that. All teams are capable with 8 minutes. They're going to have to be a bit more expansive now.
Really takes his time. It was his kick and chase that set up that try-scoring opportunity as well, wasn't it? So, full marks to him. How good's the kick? Ooh, it's. Oh, I thought he got that there. It was just drifting in, but it's gone wide. So 16-6. Toronto lead. Ackers, Riley, that's the ball. This is the money ball, isn't it? That pass there. And that's the money finish. So Toronto have it back, and Sidlow crashing in. Doesn't seem concerned for his own personal safety, Adam Sidlow, the way he runs it in, does he? He just runs it in so hard.
It's a reckless occupation. He's been a front rower, Dave. There's an element of recklessness in your psyche, and there has to be courage and bravery, all of those things, but the collisions flying around there are not for everybody.
There's Sims, another of those who likes the wrecking ball approach. How long left now? 6 and a bit minutes to go. McCrone with a little step, and collared in the end and dragged to the ground by Fairbank over there. Ackers to Briley, and Briley back to that basic approach. That's all it needs, a kick to touch, bounces it out of play. Give Halifax the ball back, but very deep inside their own half, and tick a few more seconds down. The scrum is working together quickly to get the referee to stop the clock, and he's stopped the clock now. So the official time tells us 5 minutes and 51 seconds left to play. Referee overseeing it here. Not happy. Up they get. Down they go. It's a good carry here by Ed Barber. Carries a bit of power, doesn't he? Played at Elland, the local community side, Elland as a kid. Ed Barber. He's been at Dewsbury and Swinton as well. And Halifax just looking to cart it out. They need to give themselves an opportunity here. Get a try in the next minute or so, and it does light the game up again. But at the moment, they are very much against the odds. Marr, good carry in. Brandon Moore. No look pass again. I'm not sure there was anyone else to look at, but he didn't look at the man he was passing to. Didn't fool anybody. There was only one man coming onto it in Griggs. There's the high kick from Woodburn Hall. Kay has come a distance and has caught it really well. And having caught it, tries to create a bit of chaos amongst the defence, but Woodburn Hall, the man who kicked it.
Well, it was a speculator, wasn't it, from Woodburn Hall, but he's followed his kick up and given the best opportunity.
You will see they're going wide. They're showing a bit of ambition again here.
They were up to that, weren't they? Halifax fully aware of what was happening.
Here's Kay. Happy to have the ball in hand here. Toronto, Worthington. Emmett, oh, it's just solid, isn't it? Oh, that's absolutely cracked there by Green.
Well, it's a high shot.
Well, he starts high, doesn't he, James Green, because of the difference in inches.
A bit like a crane, isn't he? He's got to lower his equipment before he gets anywhere near the tackle target area. And it's Emmett, he's not small himself, and
Whoa.
high.
It's like one of them things you see on the hills. It's like the wind things that create the electricity, the wind turbines.
That create the electricity.
Yeah.
Is it like modern technology?
Modern
for you,
yeah. It's witchcraft, right?
It's witchcraft on the hills of the moors. They put some things that create electricity.
They go round and round, and then next minute there's electricity. And it makes us Mongols go. Anyway, Toronto back in possession. Here comes Whiting to carry that ball inside the Halifax half. Into the dying embers of the game. Is there a spark yet to light Halifax's fire? Or have Toronto done their job here? Brian Noble will be thinking about man of the match as we come to the end of the game. Sidlow takes it in. Ackers is waiting. And now he gets his chance. And Emmett, taken high not that long ago, but still looking healthy enough. Ackers again. Sims straightens it up. 5 out, but 5 tackles gone. Looking for a penalty here, Ashton Sims, not getting it. McCrone dribbles it into the in-goal area. Superbly taken on the floor by Griggs.
Great catch on the half volley from Griggs, wasn't it? Needed making.
But Halifax are going to have to try to find some fuel from somewhere. Salton Stall's been bright and fresh throughout, but as a collective, they somehow have to summon up the energy. Moore. It's Woodburn Hall trying to go through hands. 6th tackle coming up. Brandon Moore. They could do with a 40-20 here, but Morrell has just, well, I think he lost balance as he was going to kick it there. Maybe slipped a little. Apologies from him. Head and feet to Toronto.
Well, it's his first mistake of the day, isn't it? In essence, he's got his eye on the kick, then just slung it to his side to put it on his foot.
Maybe that's the moment when all hope is lost. Ackers, a dummy half. Here's Sims. $15 meters out. McCrone. Ackers. Dummies. Takes them on. Was a couple of times thinking about that lofted pass over the top. Just about into the final minute here. Briley. Sidlow. Again, honest endeavour. The official clock tells us 1 minute now, exactly. Ackers, Briley's little punt to the in-goal area, the chase is on! And I think
Hickson got there.
I think that Hickson has managed to get in. Yes, he has. The referee right there. And Adam Hickson just getting there ahead of anybody else. It is his second of the afternoon, and Toronto are home and host.
Great kick from Briley again. He's nailed his kicks his last 5 minutes, and Worthington and Hickson gets there first. See the ball get down there, and that's just a measure of the game. It's kick, try, it's kick, and there you go. Puts it down. Nice and sweet, Hickson. Deserves that. He's had a good game.
So Adam Hickson, the try scorer. Ryan Briley with a kick to come. I think this will be the last kick of the game. So, Brian Noble, your thoughts on man of the match here today?
Well, I think there's been performances on both sides. Salt and Salt for me is in the pick with an industry for Halifax. And again, Morel and all their big fellas been worthwhile contenders for the man of the match. But the Wolfpack had to dig deep today and had to turn around with a good second half performance. And I think that epitomised their hard work and the effort was Greg Worthington.
So congratulations to Greg Worthington. He's the man of the match today. Ryan Briley can't quite add the kick, but Worthington's try in the 32nd minute setting things going, and he showed great endeavour as well. But 6 points to 20. Toronto winning this, and another real test for Toronto today, but they have won by 20 points to 6. But it's a scoreline that doesn't reflect how much they have been tested here today.
I think this is going to go on for quite a while, and viewers over in North America, in Toronto particularly, the standard in this competition is a whole lot higher, and every week is still at the start of the season. Every week's going to have to be that element of earning the right to play. Halifax were fantastic today and took the game right to the wire. The scoreline looks a little bit elongated, but I think the second half performance of the Wolfpack probably epitomising why they deserve the win.
2.5 out of 3, they remain unbeaten. A victory in the opening week against Lee, a victory here against Halifax, the draw against Barrow last week. But let's hear right now from the man of the match, Greg Worthington, and he's down there with Matt Shaw.
Well, Greg, you got the victory in the end, but they made you work very, very hard for that today, didn't they?
Yeah, it was a tough game, that. Real tough 80 minutes, tough slog. Physical game, and yeah, I'm happy to get the victory at the end of it.
You talked about not going as lateral at half-time. Do you feel you adjusted accordingly to those tactics?
Yeah, I think we did for the most part, but I still think we had a bit of a tendency to go lateral. I think once we started playing more direct, that's when we got a bit more joy, built ruck speed up a bit and chewed up the meters.
How much more do you feel you can improve this team moving forward? Is there a lot more to come yet?
Yeah, we've got to improve. You can't sit on your heels in this league. You've got to improve week on week, and the games are coming thick and fast now. We've got to improve massively if we want to be where we need to be at the end of the year. Challenging. So we've got to improve, but happy to get the win.
Great, congratulations.
Great, thanks very much.
Live BBL games continue on Free Sports this week.
The corner for 3 is good!
With the Leicester Riders battling Sheffield Sharks.
He climbed high! He hung in the air and finished it!
Watch it live and free this Friday on Free Sports.
Get set with Sky Mobile for a brand new Sony Xperia XA2 and the incredible PlayStation 4 with free unlimited calls and texts for Sky TV customers, all for £25 a month. Plus, you'll also get the amazing Gran Turismo Sport. So get the game-changing Sony Xperia XA2 with a PlayStation 4, all for £25 a month. Plus, shift it up a gear with Gran Turismo Sport. Call today or search Sky Mobile.
Midlife Crisis said sports car. Kids said MPV. I said not my style. The boss said coupe. The dog said SUV. I said why not both? She said this, he said that. I say Arona. The new Seat Arona. Do your thing.
I've always been inspired by what I see around me.
To order, madam.
Look after your eyes, and your vision can last a lifetime. Vision Express. Vision taken seriously. Filling, moving, creating memories. That's food. And with Benecol, your food can do even more. The plant stanols in Benecol help your cholesterol fall by 7 to 10%. Plant stanols in Benecol, a smart way to lower your cholesterol. Just one little bottle of our new yogurt drinks every day will help your food do more. Now also available with no added sugar.
If you can do a good deed and expect nothing back. If you can step up and get it done when others can't. If you can graft and not let the graft get you down. And put other folk first without a frown. If you can do all that, my son, you'll do me proud.
No problem. Happy to help.
PlusNet is committed to great customer service. That's why they have friendly, helpful staff on hand to sort stuff out.
PlusNet will do you proud.
Day 3, we set sail for Corsica, taking in Florence, Pisa and Rome. Bognor will just have to wait another year.
7-night fly cruise holidays from $899 per person, with £150 per cabin to spend on board. P&O Cruises.
This is the life.
ATOL protected.
There's a local hero for that.
Whatever the job.
There's a local hero for that.
Find a trusted tradesperson at localheroes.com. A local service with easy online booking and a 12-month British Gas guarantee. Search localheroes.com.
Boom. There he is. The man that decided to take life to the high board, throwing himself headfirst into the chlorinated unknown. And in the eyes of his young son, fueled with whole grain shredded wheat, this daddy's shredding life, shredding that hotel high board.
Choose and buy your perfect car with complete control. Visit carwow.com and see what you could save.
At Vision Express, digital retinal photography comes as standard with every eye test. Vision Express. Vision taken seriously.
Book now with the new hotel booking website, RyanairRooms.com. You can choose from 1 million rooms worldwide, from 3 to 5-star hotels. There's free cancellation rates on most, and we're the only hotel site that pays you 10% credit back to use on your next Ryanair flight. Ryanair Rooms.
Free Sports is searching for the UK's best 8-ball pool player. Join us every Monday night as we travel around Britain looking for its top sharpshooter. The IPA Free Sports Champions Cup, live every Monday on Free Sports. One game a week from La Liga 1-2-3, live and free on Free Sports.
The sea. Billy Slater has scored. Slater down the ground. He kicks again. He'll get there. He's over. Billy Slater. He has scored. One of the great Origin tries.
Welcome back, Billy.
.266 days of action since we started off in Daytona, just north of here to begin this season, and it all comes down to this race.
Beautiful Miami, 267 laps. Fighting like hell all the way to the black and white, babe. A lot of fans here want you to win this thing. One more to check the box here, and we'll have a little fun tonight, so good luck. A lot of hard work to get to this point. Do what you do. Have some fun. Nothing different than we've done all year.
running our race, racing smart.
A lot of things to watch, not just the championship Ford, but there are other things. One of them, the 88 of Dale Jr., the other, the 20 of Matt Kenseth, the other one, the 10 of Danica Patrick. They're saying goodbye here this afternoon.
For everything, guys, let's stay focused and finish strong tonight.
Appreciate having you done for us. It's been an honor. Our greatest memories in this sport have been with you behind the wheel of that 20 car. We appreciate it. Let's get one more, man, for the memory books. Appreciate you guys. It's fun today. Try to get one more.
Last one. It's fun to watch, buddy.
Got a great race car. Best driver behind the wheel. Next 4 hours are going to be a blast.
See ya, Dale.
ZD's coming down pit road if you want to say hi to him.
Damn, it's weird seeing that son for the last time. Want to thank everybody that's had an impact on my career. I've made friendships and relationships that'll last a lifetime, and I'm just so thankful for that.
It's been a lot of fun this year. Finish it off on a high note. Hopefully have even more fun.
Have fun out there. Have fun on pit road, guys. Another race here. Taking care of it and have something to run them at the end when it counts. Have fun.
Can't say enough about how proud I am of you guys. What you've done for me. 10-4, man. Make sure we take care of it, be there at the end, and we'll go get ourselves a championship.
Green flag is in the air from Miami. Smoking car, oh, definitely the 83. Hard into the wall.
Caution in 2, caution in 2. I think it's too early to burn a set here. Put herself in a bad spot for later. Just reset here. 1 set of tires. 4 tires. 4 tires. Come on.
And Brad was the only one of the championship 4 that came to pit road.
Tires on the 2. All good here, no worries. Take what it's giving you. Don't judge off of these guys inside.
God, it's horrible.
Poor ice skates, dude. Never him.
Kevin Harvick running the bottom, so Martin Truex Jr. said, you know what, I'm going to try. Well, that did not work out very well. Tried to drive in behind the 4 car on the bottom of the racetrack and just about spun this thing out.
So what's going on? My brakes are getting all wacky. Johnson clobbered the wall pretty good down here.
7-time champion. Looks as though he's about to head to pit road here.
I got a flat or something. Don't fret this, Jimmy. Pit cycles are starting right now. I'll ask once you get out there. We're still in this.
Kyle Larson has scored the Stage 1 victory. Brad Keselowski second. Kyle Busch third, followed by Kevin Harvick and Martin Truex Jr. That is your top 5.
Green flag back in the air to start stage 2.
Hey, I'm running pretty good here, but I'm just super loosened and off. Trying to be smooth with inputs, but it's not really helping me. I don't feel the splitter. It just doesn't turn. It's like every other mile and a half on restart. I'm not sure what's going on. I just ain't got the grip. Tight center, loose exit. Trying to find something without killing the tire, but it's tough. Struggling. Got no rear grip. A little bit too tight getting into one, but I'm loose off.
We're going to come this time. We're pitting this time. Ain't going to make it. Ain't going to make it. Ain't going to make it. All 4 below. All red.
And almost missing pit road was Kyle Busch.
Go get the 95 a kiss for me. That was kind of ugly, my man.
Turn 2, Danica Patrick into the wall. Slamming into her from behind is Casey Kane.
Hit the wall, guys. We're done.
Obviously blue.
Got it good. Ran into her. She was soft, and I couldn't do anything. Hit her.
The checkered flag once again as Kyle Larson wins stage 2.
Oh, well, we did, but it's freaking terrible. It likes the bottom, so that's good for later if we get a late caution.
Sun sets at 5:30 here, so we're going to be putting the lights on here shortly and get ready for the fireworks.
Same deal. Run your race. Don't show them too much here and let them work on it.
I'm doing what I can. We keep getting worse these last 2 runs. I need to be on the bottom, but I can't turn to make the bottom.
Pit now. Pit now. Pit now.
4 tires. Hey, come on, pit this time. Pit this time. 2's on pit road. 78's coming. A lot of guys just came down for 2 stops here. We're going to 1 stop at 34.77.
This call by Adam Stevens will be the most difficult call of his career.
Keep your rhythm here. Keep your rhythm. 3 back tires. They know where you're running.
This is the loosest we've gone. Be too long here, man. Keep taking for me.
Kyle Busch running lower on the track. You would expect him to be coming to pit road right here as he slows down, trying to make that turn onto pit road. He successfully gets onto pit road. He'll relinquish the lead.
50 to go here. We're in the lead. Okie dokie. I had no idea. Pulling the straight. Doing real good here. Big rotor in turn 3. So I'll come off. There's a big chunk of something smoking in the green.
And the caution will come out. Kurt Busch fighting his way to pit road, but the caution comes out, playing into the hands of Truex Jr. and Harvick.
Battle for the lead is on. It's Martin Truex Jr. It's Kyle Busch.
Don't get greedy, inch by inch. 42 is the fastest on the wall. I think it's time. You see him moved up. He's trying to find speed. Nothing different. Too loose out there, Cole. These guys out of the way, Clayton. I need help. That bottle's not going to work. Not for exit. Too late. It's over.
Martin Truex Jr. on his way to become a champion.
You are the champion, baby. Woo! My God. Holy. Yeah! Oh, my God, man. How drive. You guys are awesome. Thank you. It's a heartbreaker, man. Wasn't our year. Damn good year, boys. Thank you for everything. Appreciate everybody for the hard-fought season. Thanks, everyone.
A star-studded lineup take to the court this week for the ATP 250 Marseille Open.
Ah, well done. Fantastic from both players.
Live this week on Free Sports. Get ready for 4 live NHL games this week on Free Sports. First up tonight, it's Ottawa at Nashville.
That's hockey, baby!
Friday night, it's Winnipeg at St. Louis.
Oh, my goodness!
Saturday night, it's the Islanders at New Jersey.
No way! Oh, my! No way!
And Sunday night, it's an Eastern Conference clash between Boston and Buffalo. Live NHL, this week on Free Sports. One Championship MMA, Sunday morning on Free Sports.
Save £200 on these colourful HP laptops with an Intel Core i3 processor with full HD display and a terabyte of storage. Get half price on these Tefal irons. The steam generator has an anti-scale collector, our lowest ever price. At Curry's PC World, we help you get it right.
Mammoth winter savings are ending at DFS. The Comet Corner is just £799, but only until Monday. DFS.
Get your fingers in more pies with Lottoland by betting on over 30 different lotteries from around the world. Download the Lottoland app now and get your first bet free.
Churchy, the write-off was pretty scary. I mean, I wasn't there, but Dave was, and just look at him. This new car, it'll put a smile back on Dave's face, right? Ooh. Dave's gonna be so happy. Look at him, ecstatic.
If your car is written off, you can choose between a replacement, paying for an upgrade, or the money.
Dave, close your mouth. You know what they say about the wind changing?
Oh, yes.
Churchill, depend on the dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to join the...
Feeling, moving, creating memories. That's food. And with Benecol, your food can do even more. The plant stanols in Benecol help your cholesterol fall by 7 to 10%. Plant stanols in Benecol, a smart way to lower your cholesterol. Just one little bottle of our new yogurt drinks every day will help your food do more. Now also available with no added sugar.
I know what you're thinking.
Why would anyone shop at TK Maxx?
But where else do you stumble on a designer dress?
We're looking for a frying pan!
It's not all for you, but for every...
No.
There's a...
Yes!
And it might feel a little haphazard in there, but who cares?
Shoes.
These are just the small prices you pay to pay the small prices you pay for the big labels in TK Maxx.
Well, I'll be. They got click and collect too.
We can cross continents and time zones at the mere touch of a button. The moment the game changes is the moment we see it. don't miss nothing. We are members of the world's favourite online sports betting company, and we gamble responsibly at Bet365.
Welcome to the Shea Stadium, Halifax. Halifax against Toronto, the big match here today. It's the third test of this new championship season for the Toronto side, and indeed for Halifax. It's a win and a draw for the Wolfpack, a win and a defeat for Halifax so far this season. It's going to be a tough old battle, you'd expect, here today as well. Everybody raises their game, it seems, when Toronto are in town. And there's the new boy, Ashton Sims, makes his debut. He looks the part, doesn't he? I think he's going to be a real cult hero amongst Toronto fans in the next couple of years. And he takes his first steps in the black and white here today. So how do they line up? Well, let's answer that question by showing you Sharp at fullback, Clare, Tyra, Barber and Saltonstall in the three-quarter line, Morrell and Woodburn Hall in the halves, London-born Woodburn Hall, Marr, Moore and Murray, the three M's up front, Butler, Grix and Fairbank, the three at the back, and on the bench, James Green, Ben Kay, Elliot Morris and Brandon Douglas, one who's on loan from Castleford. There are several of those in this Halifax lineup. This is Toronto. Tagagai at full-back, Hickson, Worthington, Rawsthorne and Kay, the three-quarters, Briley and McCrone settling in together in the halves as the season kicks on. Buchanan, Bezic and Sims the front row, Dixon, Whiting and Westerman at back. And on the bench for Toronto, Ackers, Sidlow, Emmett and Krasnicki. And that's not a bad impact bench, is it, in terms of players who can make a difference when they come on. Jack Smith, a former Royal Marine, who's got Super League experience as well with a referee's whistle, is the man in charge today. And we're about to get the first kick of the game. Here it comes, high in the air from Scott Morrell. It'll be Toronto who get possession in these early stages. Adam Hickson brings it out and he's tackled just short of the 20. So Brian Noble, what do you make of this?
Well, I think the start's important. There's the first carry for Sims. Welcome to the championship, Ashton Sims. Halifax defence up to that, finds an offload. Players ricocheting around, black and blue jumpers. Good start.
It's a great way for Ashton Sims, isn't it? A big hit up forward and then the offload as well. It'll settle any nerves he might have had. Bezic out of dummy half. McCrow to this left-hand side. Wonderfully timed little pass there for Whiting to try and make something of. Bezic again. Oh, that looked forward. And the referee has a look to see if there's an advantage. There's not, and he will give the head and feed here for Halifax, the team in blue.
Well, it's a little play to the middle and Jack Buchanan gets it wrong. One too many. Was forward to Sims. Grix having a word in his shell-like as well.
So Halifax with head and feed. They lost the opening day 20 points to 4 at Featherstone. Featherstone are going to have a real good crack at this championship this year, you rather fancy, under John Duffy. And they won last week against Sheffield in Halifax, 30 points to 10 at this ground. Sheffield, by the way, yesterday, if you missed it, went to Toulouse and got heavily beaten. Toulouse, big win for Toulouse yesterday.
Got thumped.
In a dummy half is Brandon Moore, another of those ex-Castleford players littering the ranks of this Halifax side. Will Marr, Cumbrian Academies, where he came through and got spotted by Cass a couple of years ago. Moore goes out of dummy half, he pops, but Besic's up there in his face to make the tackle.
Yeah, it was good pressure out of dummy half on the Wolfpack. Marr ran down there.
Step back on the inside. This is a very, very decent carry by Dan Murray. And on again to Barber. Quick play, kick from Morrell to that right-hand side. Hickson's underneath it, doesn't quite get their hands on there. Oh, as he got there. As he got there, James Clare claiming it in mid-air. Double movement is given, penalty for Toronto.
Wow, great finish to a set from Halifax. Murray causing a problem in the middle. Scott Morrell, money ball Scott Morrell, puts it on top of Hickson. gosh, for all you think James Clare's plucked that, but the referee adjudicating it's a double movement, it's a great leap, he gets the ball, down he goes, and oh, he's short anyway, I think.
Yeah, he was short anyway, wasn't he? So anyway, penalty goes to Toronto. James Clare, he was at Lee last year, re-signed with Castleford this year, but he's here on loan with Halifax. Bob Bezic saw him do a terrific stint last week, both at hooker and down the middle when Ackers came on. He's got such an engine on him. Briley, miss out pass towards Worthington. Toronto come back down towards the middle.
Good footwork from Worthington, well handled by Halifax. Have to pay attention for the whole game, both teams.
Westerman, ball is smuggled out back. Ashton Sims is not going to go down without a fight from Chester Butler.
Vigorous defence from Halifax, I have to say. They're in faces.
I think they would have played against each other in the World Cup, wouldn't they? Chester Butler and Ashton Sims, Fiji and Wales. That kick's much, much too big. And it gives Halifax the chance to take the tap restart with Will Sharp hurrying to get in there and take that tap and take the big men on down the middle.
He wasn't scared, was he? He just fired himself out of a cannon there, Will Sharp, straight at the black line.
So Halifax with a little bit of possession. Brandon Moore eventually slowish play the ball inside for Clare.
Doing some work early, isn't he, Clare? James Clare.
Well, he was on the left wing when he went challenging for that kick. He's come in from the right centre's position for that latest carry. So he's getting across the field. Here's Morell, inside pass for Murray. Now it's going to be played for Moore. The kick is high from Woodburn Hall, and another test.